Hi everyone, welcome back. Good to see all of you. Welcome back to 21 Days Sahaja Yoga Mind to Meditate. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in our second week of our 21 days, and we are in our day 8. So, we hope that the past 1 week would have given you an insight of what Sahaja Yoga is. And we hope all the techniques that you have learned, the meditation, the introduction to your channels, would have given you some idea of what is happening within. So today we are in our day 8 again, week 2, and the theme for this week, as you know, the theme for last week, for the past 7 days, it was know yourself. And we are officially in living in balance, day 8, living in balance. So ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you through of what is going to happen today. As mentioned yesterday, we have introduced to you what is candling is, all right? And we have given you an idea of ice pack. All right, today we are going to go in detail of what is and how are we going to use this element of fire and water, ice, for our channel to make ourselves balance. So to make the program, our session successful today and meaningful today, I have my co-host with me. Let me introduce. We have a new co-host for today, Renu. Let me introduce Renu to all of you.
Hi everyone. Welcome
Hi.
to the presentation. Hi Suji. Thanks for introducing me. I know everybody's been so used to looking at Sonika. I miss her too, but I'm relieving her duties today as she had to go to work. So this whole week I'll be spending my time together with you. I'm no stranger. I've been following the journey with all of you since day one, overseeing some of your WhatsApp groups. I've been answering some of your queries. So I think I know some of you by names already. All right, so it's nice to finally meet all of you in person. Since today is my first appearance, so I would like to do a short introduction about myself. I'm Renu. I hail from a small town. It's called Seremban in Malaysia. It's about 80 kilometers away from the capital of Kuala Lumpur. So I've been introduced to Sahaja Yoga since I was a teenager. So since then, I've had a long journey. I'm a mother of 3 now, and I am currently a swim coach. Together with my husband, we run a swimming academy, and I hope I could be of great help for the next 1 week to keep this meditation program exciting together with Suji and all our beautiful other co-hosts. So we are almost just like a big family. We've been journeying for about 7 now. Congratulations on your 8th day of returning back to the program. We really appreciate your commitment, and it's nice to know that all of you have something to take back home from Sahaja Yoga, that you are actually yearning for this knowledge and you want to try this out. So it's nice to know by all the facilitators and everyone that's put together this wonderful program. It's like a big motivation for us also to keep on doing what we're doing every day. All right, so Suji, take it away. Let's start the program today.
All right. Thank you so much, Renu, for being with us. That was a wonderful message to everyone. Thanks for your introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, next, I'm going to introduce you to 2 of our lead for today. All right. I'm pretty sure those who have joined us during the very first session, the first week, okay, you might have known these 2 leads that I'm going to introduce. The first one, I call upon Sita.
Hello, everybody. Hi,
Hello.
nice to see you again.
Very good to see you.
Thank you. We'll be guiding you today. Let's see what's in store for us today.
All right. Thank
Hi,
you so
Tika.
much.
Hello.
Sita and I actually go way back long. We both knew each other from secondary school. We are from the same neighborhood. So we got introduced to Sahaja Yoga around the same time.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's nice knowing each other for so long and now seeing each other, although living in two separate countries now. It's nice to get back connected.
Very
All
much.
right.
Looking
Small world.
That's great. That's great. Okay. And the next one, I welcome Anu. Anu.
Hey there. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the introduction. And it's good to see a lot of familiar names. You've been joining us for the past 7 days. I've been following you. We spoke earlier last week in the early days when we started last week. Really good to see you guys. I've been following your questions and the conversations, the online conversations that you've been having. I'm really happy to see that you're progressing well. And stay tuned. We've got some nice things lined up today, Sita and I.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for being with us again. Thank you. All right. Now, I have two special guests for today, and they are going to share their experience. All right. Sahaja Yoga practitioners. They're going to share to us some of their experience meditating, all right, and being in Sahaja Yoga. So I welcome Durga and Jayshree.
Hello everyone, my name is Durga.
I am Jayshree.
We are from Penang, Malaysia, and we have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for 20 plus years now.
Currently, I'm a university student. Sahaja Yoga meditation has helped me tackle all the stressful situations and all the stressful exams that I've had to go through all these years.
Meditation has also helped me in all these stressful situations that I have in work. It helps me to keep myself calm and also always have a positive attitude towards things. It has also helped me to maintain my mental health through all the ups and downs. So please do join us for the 21 days program organized by Sahaja Yoga.
This will help you benefit from meditation the way we have.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Durga and Jayshree. Thank you for welcoming all of us again. And yes, next, without without any delay, let me call upon our first lead for today, Sita, to take over the stage, the platform.
No problem. Thank you, Suji. All right, everyone. So what we're going to do now is we're going to first of all do a short meditation together to allow the Kundalini to work through us and to enjoy this short session of peace and togetherness. Okay. So without further ado, please sit comfortably. If you want to come on camera, please do. At least I can see some of you who are coming on camera. It'll be nice to see how you're sitting. You can actually sit comfortably on the floor. If you would like, you can also sit on the chair, whichever that is comfortable to you. Please have a seat. Now, let us start the meditation together. We are going to raise the Kundalini and we are going to give ourselves a nice protection. I believe that we've done, but let's do it together slowly. Your left hand forward. Your right hand is moving outwards slowly, raising the Kundalini all the way to the top of the head. Now, try to keep your attention to the top of the head and tie it once. Let's do it second time. Let's do it together. Now, this is the second time you tie it twice. Let's do it again, third time. All right, now try 3 times. Now place your left hand back with the palm facing upwards and give yourself a nice protection. Now, if you recall, your palms actually have the energy flowing through. So please give yourself a nice protection 7 times. Very good. Now please place both your hands, both your palms on your lap and try to sit comfortably. Please take a nice deep breath and close your eyes. Close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath now. Hold the breath and exhale. Let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath. Hold and exhale. Let's do that few more times until you find your thoughts are calming down. One last time. Now breathe normally and just relax. Now try to slowly bring your attention to the top of the head, but don't force it. Just lightly place your attention on the top of the head. And breathe normally and relax your shoulders and your hands. If you have thoughts, please say, I forgive all these thoughts. I forgive myself and I forgive everyone. Please say this with all your heart. Take a nice deep breath again, a cleansing breath. And when you exhale, just relax your palms, your hands, your shoulders, completely relax. While we're meditating for a few minutes, you're going to be listening to a bit of a music and allow that music to work through you. And just breathe normally and try to relax. Allow the Kundalini to work through you. more seconds. Just a few more seconds. Keep your eyes closed. Just try to relax. Now, please bring your palms, both your palms, to the chest level. And try to weigh these palms and see for yourself which side is heavier. Do you feel heavier on the right? Or do you feel cooler on the left? Or heavier on the right? Where do you feel this prickly heat? Do you feel numbness? Just gauge the inner state that you have currently now. You may also want to feel the vibrations on the top of the head, the energy that comes out of the top of the head. All right, slowly open your eyes and take a nice cleansing deep breath. One more time. Very good. Now, you have felt the state of your own energies and energy centers on your palm. What I would like to bring you to is, for today's discussion, we're going to zoom in to the left channel and the right channel. Now, zooming into the left channel first. Now, left channel, as you know, it starts from the left and goes crossing towards the right side, right? Now, this left channel is the moon channel, and it's known to be very cold. It's also called as Ida Nadi. Now, some of the manifestations of imbalances of the left channel, what do you see? Some of the things that you see is depression, the fear, the worries, laziness, sometimes also in the form of very pessimistic attitude. There are also times people who are very left-sided, sometimes they are very much thinking of the past memories. And on the medical aspect, sometimes these show up as low blood pressure, sometimes they show up as allergies, and at times even very low immunity. So these are just some of the imbalances or manifestations that you see physically in yourself and also in your attitude, yeah? Now, how do we balance the left channel? So today, we're going to cover a bit of how we're going to cleanse our left channel, bring our left channel into balance. Now, we're going to basically use the candle treatment. This is something that was introduced to you. So how do you do this candle treatment, and what is this candle treatment? So for the left channel being a very cold channel, it is only right for us to introduce a little bit of heat to bring it down to a neutral state. So the candle element is literally using the fire element, yeah? And very much it balances out the frozen state or the cold state of the left channel, all right? Now, please, when you use the candle treatment as much as possible, or please don't ever introduce the candle to the right side, because you know the right channel is the channel of the moon, channel of the sun. And this is where it becomes hot. Introducing hot becomes even hotter, right? So let's stick to the left channel for now, all right? For the left channel, which is supposed to be a cool channel, we're going to use the heat, which is part of the candle. If you can see, I'm actually holding a candle placed on a tin can, actually. I've reused some of the materials. So I've reused some of the old tin can. I put the candle on top of it. And I'm actually going to use this and demo to you in a short while. So till that time, we are going to look at how we're going to do the candle treatment before I demo that for you. Okay. Now, as a first step, the most important thing is try to sit on the ground as much as possible. Now, there are times that you're not going to be, able to sit on the ground simply because you might have a knee problem or you've actually injured yourself. So it's absolutely fine. You can sit on the chair. If you can, have 2 extra chairs to help elevate the candle for you, or you can actually put on the floor and manage it, right? So let me go through it. If you have questions when you're actually sitting on the chair, we can actually take it in the FAQ session, okay? First thing is sit on the ground comfortably, just like me and just like the photograph. Now you will have 3 candles. If you look at the photograph actually has 3 candles. Now the candle can be placed on a tin can. I've just recycled the tin can. I've actually cut it into 2, and I'm actually using that to actually hold the candles. Now you can buy a candle holder as well. It's up to you, right? But I prefer, as much as possible, I would like to encourage you to use recycled materials, okay? So placing the candle on a container or a hole. I think we've lost the slide, all right? And what we're going to do is, once you have a seat, please remember you will raise the Kundalini and give yourself a bandhan, all right? Which is a protection. Give yourself a nice protection. Once you sit comfortably, you can on the candle like what I have done, all right? What you do is 1 candle is placed on the left front side of your knee, whereas there are 3 candles, right? The next candle, you can put it next to your hip bone. And the last candle, you can place it just behind your lower back on the left-hand side. Everything is on the left, yeah? Please remember, candle treatment is only for the left channel, right? Now, in the demo, I'm only using 1 candle here, and I would request you to try it out with 1 candle as well, all right? Now, let's go through the steps. Now, you will place your left hand towards the candle, like what I'm doing right now, if you can see. Similarly, you can leave the container on the ground, and you can place your left hand towards it. Your right hand is placed on the ground. Once again, left hand towards the fire element, which is your candle, and your right hand on the ground, flat on the ground. Now, while you are doing the candle treatment, please keep your eyes open as much as possible, looking towards Shri Mataji's photograph, okay? Now, there's a reason for it. We will cover it later. Now, you can, in your heart, with your attention on the top of the head, you can say, Mother Energy, please clear my left channel. Please clear my imbalances of the left side. All right? If there are any thoughts during this period, you can always say the powerful phrase, I forgive all my thoughts. I forgive myself, and I forgive everyone. All right? And once you're done sitting for about 5 to 10 minutes, you can actually blow off the flame and continue meditation for at least another 5 to 10 minutes, okay? And once you're done with the meditation, you can raise the Kundalini and bandhan. Now, I'm just going to show you how we are actually using the candle, right? So you can leave the candle as it is on the ground, placing your right hand on the ground as well, and continue looking at the flame and looking at the photograph and continuing your meditation without closing your eyes. You can do that. Now, at the same time, once you feel your left channel, if it is heavy, and if you find that certain energy center are quite prickly and you can't feel the vibrations on the left, what you can also do is to take this candle, the one that is in front of you, and you can move it to give a protective shield around each energy center with a flame, like what I'm doing right now. I'm starting with the first energy center, just moving it left and right. So if you notice, the tin can is actually very, very useful because it's actually having quite a wide space, and the candle wax doesn't leak on you or hurt you, right? So, and not only that, it doesn't burn like plastic, yeah? So it's very, very useful. So you can actually move it left and right. Now I'm moving it to the second energy center. When you do this left to right movement, please, please try to make sure that you're not going to burn yourself, right? Keep it into a distance where you can feel slight heat, and that's it. It should not burn you and it should not harm you, please. Yeah. Now I'm going to the third energy center, which is on the left side of my tummy. Same thing. Yeah. And the fourth energy center, which is my left heart. Now, what it does when we do this movement from left to right is actually it is burning away the negativities and it's neutralizing the energy centers. Yeah. Now, again, to the fifth energy center, which is the left side of my shoulders, where the fifth energy center resides. Now, this energy center is very important. You will actually be learning about all these energy centers and their qualities of these energy centers. Now, when you come to the sixth energy center, you move it towards your right. Now, here again, you move it front and back. It's a very light and small movement, and don't be stressed out about it. Please be relaxed. It's a front to back movement. And try not to burn some of the strands of your hair as well, please, okay? I have done it before myself, but nevertheless, it's an experience, okay? Move it front and back, and you are actually clearing the left energy center, the sixth energy center. And this energy center is part of all your thoughts, right? Basically, thoughts, actions, etc., right? Now, when you bring it back, please bring it around and please try not to bring it towards the right channel. And you can repeat this a couple of times until you feel your left palm lighter. But try not to keep it beyond 5 to 10 minutes as much as possible. Because what it does is it may actually heat up. For people who are actually working long hours, sometimes having candle treatment too often actually heats up your right side. Anyway, don't worry about that now. All right, so you can just bring it down. Now, after you have done that, you can just sit for meditation, like how I'm sitting, close your eyes, and you can just meditate for a few minutes to ensure you absorb all the good vibrations into your energy center and allowing the mother energy also to work through you. All right? The candle treatment is very, very important, but that doesn't mean we go extreme and do it every day. How do we know when we need to do the candle treatment? We basically check the inner state of our vibrations. Please feel what is more, what is heavier. What shows there is a bit of heat and prickly? Is it the right or is it the left? So if it's the left, you can actually light up a candle, like what I've done, and do the left to right movement. But again, only on the left channels, right? All the way. And once you're done, blow off the candle, sit down and meditate. All right? Now, this is basically the treatment for the left channel. And whatever problems that you have on the left side actually reduces as and when you do this and you meditate. Meditation is so important because it actually brings you to the center channel as much as possible. And the more you meditate, the more you anchor yourself in the center channel. All right. So what I would like to do is, may I just pass this session because we are now going to cover the right channel as well, right? Because we've been working on the left channel so far. Now we want to make sure that you know how to cleanse the right channel. So let me call my good friend Anu, and she's going to walk us through the treatment for the right channel. All right, Anu?
Hey, Sita, thanks for that. So everyone, Sita just walked you through how to clear your right channel and your left channel, sorry. If you look at this diagram, you will see the channel that Sita helped you to clear. It's that blue channel on the left side, and it goes all the way up and it crosses over to the right side, right? So at this place here, it's called the optic chiasma. Both the channels cross. The left channel crosses to the right, and the right channel crosses to the left, right? And you can see this in medical science where they say that, you know, they speak about the left brain looking after the right side of the body and vice versa, the right brain looking after the left side of the body. This is what, this is how it relates, right? So what I'm going to walk you through is how to clear the right channel. The right channel is known as Pingala Nadi. Nadi means channel. Pingala means right channel, Pingala Nadi. And the channel that Sita walked you through earlier was called the Ida Nadi. So what happens in the right channel? It's also called the sun channel. And you can deduce from that that it has got to do with heat, right? When we are what we say right-sided, that means our behavior exhibits aggressiveness, anger, we are domineering, as compared to someone who is left-sided. Someone who's left-sided would be dominated, as opposed to someone who's right-sided, who's going to be the one dominating, right? A person who's also right-sided is someone who might be over-planning, always thinking about the future, not being able to relax. There's always stuff going on in the mind, planning. Or they could be someone who's very much into physical activities, always exercising. It's good to exercise, but not to the extreme, right? When someone who is right-sided, they're too aggressive, they're too much in the future, they live in the future, that they lose the sense of joy. They don't know how to relax, how to chill, how to be in the moment, right? And from a medical perspective, the ailments that they might experience might well be high blood pressure and also liver problems and heart problems also. Why heart? So this is interesting because the heart's on the left, right? Someone who's right-sided, it has a tendency to have heart problems because they overuse their right side and they underuse the left side, so much so that the heart is not used. They forget about feeling joy, about feeling love, compassion, kindness. And these are all the qualities that reside in our heart. So when they forget these things, the heart is inactive, and that's when you get heart issues. Okay, so liver is something that is very, very important on the right side. And so let's go on to the next slide and let's see what this is all about. What's the big deal about the liver? I love this image because it really, really shows you where the liver is. When I first joined Sahaja Yoga, I was told that the liver is one of the more important organs in my journey. And I'm going like, no, that doesn't make sense. It should be the heart or the brain. Why the liver, right? All the way down here. Well, as it turns out, the liver, in addition to having its physical function of clearing our system of toxins, the liver has got a very important function of supporting the attention. What is the attention? To know what is the attention, we should ask another question. Where is the attention? Where is your attention? Where is your attention every day? Right now, where is your attention? Is it on this diagram in front of you? Is it is a little bit of your attention thinking back about what happened earlier today? Are you thinking about what's going to be happening tomorrow? Is your attention overshadowed by a particular challenge or problem that you've been going through for some time now? Is your attention on that little holiday that you've planned now that the borders are opening up all over the world? Where is your attention? From that, if you sit very quietly and you try to see where is your attention, you will slowly start to realize that we human beings have got this thing called attention. It's not the mind. It's not the brain. It's a consciousness that has a focus. And sometimes our attention can be very scattered. It can be all over the place. And when that happens, obviously it's not good, right? So supposing, take the premise that what I've told you, that the liver supports the attention. If our liver is overworked, if it is, because when the liver removes the toxins from our blood, from our body, from what we've eaten, it lets off heat. And so if the liver is overworked, it cannot look after our attention. A heaty liver will not be able to support our attention. So what do? We cool down our liver. And how do we do that? The next slide will show you how we can use the element of water to cool down the liver. Ice, we use ice, not just regular water, but we use ice. And what do we do? How do we use that ice? We put it in what's called an ice pack. I've got one over here. You can see it here, right? You can get this at a pharmacy. And if I shake it, you can hear I've already put ice in it. You can also get a towel like this. You don't have to go out and buy an ice pack just because of this. You can get a regular towel, a towel of this size or something a little smaller, and just pack some ice in it, fold it up, and there you've got an ice pack already. Or you could get one of these little gizmos down here. That's also an ice pack that I think folks who are into sports might be more familiar with that. Okay, so what do we do with this ice pack? How do we cool the liver? And the nice thing about this is that you don't burn your hair or anything like how the candling might have you do. So let's go on to the next slide and see what do we do with this ice pack. And if any one of you have got an ice pack with you right now, follow me. If you don't, there is something else that you can do. You see, the left channel is the cooler channel. And so your left hand is cooler. And if you don't happen to have an ice pack with you at that time, and you feel that you are right-sided, you at that point in time, and you want to bring yourself to the center, just take your left hand and put it on your liver. So if you look at the diagram of that lady there, she's taken the ice pack and she's put it on her liver. And I'm just going to put my screen down here. So this is where you put the ice pack. The liver is in this area here, right? So you just hold it there nicely, comfortably, and you just sit down for a bit. Okay. So if you don't have an ice pack with you, just take your hand and just place it here on your liver. You have had your Kundalini awakened, and because of that, your hands, the palms of your hands, have got power. They have the power. Your left hand has got the power to cool down the heat from your right side. So that's what you can do. So if you have an ice pack, join me. If you don't have an ice pack, use your left palm, join me. Let's place our hand or our ice pack on this part here of our body where our liver is. And let's just sit quietly for a couple of minutes. Let's see if we can go into meditation. Let's think about how we're going to cool our right side down. Don't worry about the thoughts. Just don't get pulled into the thoughts. Let them come, let them go like you're watching a movie. Don't bother. You are bigger than the thoughts. help your liver to cool down. Your liver has worked very, very hard all this while. So help to remove the heat from your tired liver. So you can continue to sit with your ice pack on your liver or even with your hand, but don't do it too long. Don't freeze up your liver. At the most, maybe a few minutes, but each of us is different. And as you feel it getting really kind of cold on your waist where your ice pack is, move it, okay, or take it away. Do not freeze up your liver because you don't want a frozen liver. Now, why is the attention important? What does the attention do? When the liver is cool, it gives better support to the attention. Our attention gets stronger. It gets consolidated. It's not frittered on silly, nonsensical things. It's not scattered all over the place. It brings us to the center. With a cool attention, with consolidated, full attention, what do we do with it? Which problem do we put our attention on? We don't. We don't waste our attention on problems. What's important is self-realization. We use our attention to find ourselves, to find out who we really are. How do we use our attention? Where do we channel our attention? We place our attention on our spirit. Remember the first day when we had our Kundalini awakening, or some of you the second day, we placed our right hand over our heart, left heart, and we said, I am the spirit. Our spirit resides in our heart, in our left heart. Our spirit is the reflection of the Creator. So place your attention on your spirit. When we place our attention on our spirit, slowly, the spirit will enlighten our attention. And when our attention gets enlightened, then we will slowly come to realize ourself. That's how the self-realization slowly blossoms and comes into being. So it's very, very important to have the attention being all right and placing that attention on the spirit. That's all you do. And let the spirit enlighten our attention. When we do that, all the misidentifications, the myths, the false ideas that we have of ourselves, the illusions, the Maya, all of that falls off. And our true self, we get to realize our true self. Let's listen to Shri Mataji's talk right now.
You have to know that you all have been seekers before. This is not the first time you have been seeking. So already you have reached a certain state where you feel and you are aware that something more has to happen to you. You are already ready for that. Some of you have really taken birth in this time just for this. So because I do not want to talk of your past, past is over now. We have to think of the present. One has to know that all of you get realization. Some people have certain problems on their different centers, as I told you. Different type of problems people have. Because of these problems, the Kundalini goes back to its attention, because Kundalini has to look after your problems. She's your mother. So she goes there, attends to that problem, and again she rises. But only thing you have to learn how to make her rise, how to cooperate with her, how to understand your own problem and give additional help to solve the problem. Now you will be amazed that you just get rid of your false identifications with yourself. You become absolutely detached from that because you start talking in the language of chakras and centers. You start saying that this center is bad, that center is bad, this is not all right, mother, that's wrong with me, that is wrong with me. That's all. You don't say I'm cancer, you don't say I'm mad, you don't say I'm egoistical. You just say, mother, this center is not all right, that center is not all right. Depending on the quality of your centers, the chakras, as they are the ones who really are the channels for the energy of God to flow in. Regarding them, you have to be careful. How your chakras are. Are you clean or not? Some of you will find cool breeze flowing all right in the hand. But maybe one chakra is catchy. On one chakra you will feel the heat, or you may feel the numbness. You might feel also a kind of a you can say a kind of a tingling on certain fingers. Now wherever there is tingling, you must know there is a kind of a struggle going on between those chakras and the Kundalini. So you should just try to help your chakras to awaken them. And also must know that every one of you are part and parcel of the whole. You are awakened now. You are awakened to that part. And so you have to be more careful. Because if you suffer from some chakra, I can feel it. But if others, those who are not realized, I don't feel it at all. I am not bothered. There can be any number of devils or anything, doesn't matter to me. But if you people who are realized souls have a slight problem, immediately I know that you have this problem, my attention is diverted to that. So you must understand that the attention is all the time there to look after you, to give you a better guidance. Your spirit is all the time working. But you must learn how to take the guidance from your spirit. That's the main point. So nobody is lower or higher, as he said. I have seen some people who were declared as drunkards, this, that, overnight they are finished. They are perfect people. Not only but very good Sahaja. So, you see, all these clouds have come on the sky of your being in this lifetime, doesn't matter. Makes no difference. But your past is great, that's shown. So you don't have to worry as to how far aware you are. There's no degree or anything to measure it. You must be all aware already, otherwise you would not come to me, first of all. And to get realization itself is a very big thing. Now there is a very good seeker I know of who came to me, and he got his realization, but he did not feel it on his hand. Because he has a very bad Vishuddhi here. And with a bad Vishuddhi chakra, you may not feel it in your hand, doesn't matter. But you will feel peaceful, you will feel joyful, and you can feel it on your top of your head, or others can feel it. Gradually your fingers will start improving, and they will give you better results. For example, people who do hard work with their hands, also their fingers can be numbed. So we have to use certain methods like looking after our hands. This body now is a temple of God. So we have to look after it in a way respectfully. Not for the way the prostitutes, when they want to sell their body, they look after their body. No, but with respect to our body. We have to look after ourselves in a way that we should keep good health. And to keep good health in Sahaja Yoga, there are 1001 things which you have to know, which is very easy to understand and which will be told to you for no price at all, nothing. It is the divine that is anxious, that you should get it, that you should settle down, that you should enjoy it. So you don't have to be so anxious about it. These anxieties must be given up. Just try to understand your centers. Now many of you did feel the cool breeze, but maybe after some time you may lose it, doesn't matter. You will go up and down like that, doesn't matter. It does not mean that You have lost them. Not at all. Now supposing you try a method, a simple method, that you first put your left hand towards my photograph. Just now you can try. And right hand on the Mother Earth. Let's see. Right hand on the Mother Earth. That's why I wanted to have it in the open, but doesn't matter now. If rain is good for you, for the farmers, let's have it. So now put your left hand like this, and right hand, those who are not sitting can put up like that. Like this. Back. Yes. Right hand like this. Right. Not left, right hand. Fine.
On the ground. No, like this.
Backwards, yes, right hand. Now what we are doing, the left hand side power is the emotional power. Now if you have an emotional problem, say somebody has been taking drugs, is a left-sided person. Some drugs are LSD and all that right-sided, but most of the drugs take you to the left side. Gurus are left-sided problem. Most of these problems or mental problems are left-sided problems. But the problem of the intellectuals is right-sided. Futuristic people is right-sided. People who are running the rat race are right-sided. See, that kind of overactivity, that kind of thing. On the contrary, those who have taken to drugs are left-sided.
Could we have the next slide with Shri Mataji's photograph? Thank you. Let's sit down quietly for a moment. Let's place our attention on our spirit. Just relax. Place our attention on our spirit and just relax and enjoy. Let's remember that we are here for our self-realization. When who we are is revealed to us, when our true self is revealed to us, when we realize who our true self is, then we are complete. Be patient. And most of all, love yourselves. Slowly open our eyes. I hope you found peace with what we've shared with you today. And before we wrap up, we can take a few questions. So I'll hand it over to Suji and to Renu.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much Anu Didi and Sita for showing these wonderful techniques of ice packing and candle treatment. So we hope that you will find it useful in your everyday life. So moving on, we will share a little bit of resource on our website. So by now you would have memorized our website, I hope. It's www.freemeditation.com.au/April 2022. So that's where we have kept all the recordings of everyday programs for you to do a quick lookup Tech team, can we have the screen? Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to bring your attention to a little bit at the bottom of the website. All right, so this is where we get our daily Zoom links. So all you need to do is go into the website and click on Zoom. And also, if you are joining through YouTube at a different time, carry on to just click on YouTube. If you have missed any session, just scroll a little bit lower to where is stated week 1, day 1 to 7 for the ones that you have missed. So on every day that you may have missed, all the links are there. If you just expand it further, and you can click on the center image. Yep, so it goes straight to the YouTube video. All right. Okay, so a little bit lower, we also have, for those who have not joined the WhatsApp group, kindly do join. Why? Because we can take a lot more questions there. I know we have a time limit on our programs daily. We only have, we try not to drag too long because we know that it's a work day and everybody is, quite busy, and it's at night and we feel sleepy. So try to get more questions answered by our facilitators who are on the WhatsApp group. Okay. All right. So let's go on to have the Q&A. So I believe that the first question has already been typed out. Okay. Mahmoud Bashir says, what about meat? Do I have to be a vegetarian? Okay. Do we have to follow any sort of specific diet if we are practicing Sahaja Yoga? Anyone? Anu Didi? So, sorry,
Best
Didi.
part is
So I'm just calling her like a big sister.
the best part is no worries, Renu. With Sahaja Yoga, no, you don't have to worry about being a vegetarian at all. And this was one of the things that I liked about Sahaj when I first joined years and years ago. I didn't have to change my lifestyle. I didn't have to change my diet, be someone else. You're free to eat meat.
All right. Okay. So this is going to be running in most of the beginner participants' minds. You know, it's a world of multitasking these days. So is it all right? I've actually been asked this question before in previous sessions. So is it all right if I foot soak and watch my favorite drama serial, Netflix? I try to multitask, foot soaking and candle treatment, do a little bit of combo cleansing. How about this? Can I do this? Can we just share with the participants if this is all right? Sita?
Yeah, sure. I mean, to be very honest, right? Let's try to keep an attention and focus on what we do. It's not like, you are vacuuming the house and folding the clothes at the same time. That shouldn't be it. But please try, when you're actually meditating, keep that session very much focused for yourself. This is between you, the spirit, and the energy that is working through you. So please dedicate that time. So when you're doing candle treatment, just focus on candle treatment. Please try not to mix the treatments as well. It is important for us not to mix, yeah? Do a treatment where you feel, as I showed you earlier, try to feel the state of your vibrations. Now, wherever you feel there is extra heat or heaviness, please work on that channel using that treatment for that day, and you can sit for meditation after that. You will definitely feel a lot of difference once you do that. Take it easy. You don't have to do all at one go.
If I might just add to that, that's great advice, Sita, but I'm guilty of doing something. I'm guilty of having an ice pack right now with me as I'm listening to all of you, because, it is so good. It is so comforting. I've still got my ice pack here. So this is something that you can do. Of course, doing candling, you can't do it in front of the TV or while you're chatting with someone, or doing foot soaking, you can't do that. But something like this, it helps. And another tip is, so, you can use the ice pack to cool down the other chakras, the right side of your chakra. So when we speak about the left side and the right side of the chakra, so let's say a chakra is like an apple, right? Like this. So you've got the left side of it, you've got the right side of it, and then you've got the center part of it. So when Sita mentioned just now about the left chakras and she was clearing with the candle, she's talking about the left side of that particular chakra. And so what you could do if you're feeling a lot of heat on a particular day, especially after work, when you come back home, you can try to clear the right chakras, let the heat go away. You take an ice pack and you can put it here, like, on the left, on your right Vishuddhi chakra, just here for a bit, right? Then you might put it on your liver. You might put it on the right side of your Nabi chakra, which is the third chakra, and the Swadhisthana chakra, which is the second chakra. So you can just put it up. And if you really want to stop the thoughts, it helps if you put it on the right side of your Agai Chakra, but it's not here. It's here. Remember? Because it crosses over. So right Agai is here. So you could just put it here for a bit and you will bring the heat down. Remember, do not use the ice pack for your left side because you'll freeze yourself up.
Yeah, another point. That's a good one. Awesome. I've actually missed out mentioning that ice pack can also be done in front of the TV, by the way. So the other, maybe just in addition, another tip is sometimes, at work, I can't really bring, an ice pack because I want to have one at work and also one in the house. So sometimes you feel really, really heaty. So, this nice recycled mineral bottles, don't throw them away. Add water and put them into a freezer, and that's instant ice pack. So you can actually use that when you feel heaty on the right. Maybe even on the right heart, if you feel hot, if you feel that you have a headache, why not? That's another one, another tip for you. Back to you, ladies.
That's a great answer. So we'll move on very quickly to the next question. So a participant, Gloria, she says that she wants clarification when to do candling or ice pack instead of foot soaking. So can we swap candling, ice packing to foot soaking? Anu, Didi?
Yep. So you can do candling or ice packing depending on how you're feeling. You do a balance. You just let your two palms free fall and see which feels heavier, right? So tonight, as I'm doing this free fall, I'm feeling my left side heavier for me. So I would be well advised after this session to go do some candling, right? So that's between the ice pack and the candling. What about the foot soak? The foot soak is something that we have to do every day. You can't substitute the ice pack, the foot soak with the candling or the ice pack. Why? Because the foot soak clears all of the chakras. It clears all the chakras, not just the left or the right. It's just like having a bath. Like how we brush our teeth every day or how we have a bath, same thing. That's the foot soak.
All right, so there's one more question. Can one do both techniques, candle and ice pack, if one feels heavy on both sides equally?
I would suggest not to. You see, one is the heat element and one is the cold element. So imagine you going into a cold country when your body is hot, right? And if you get wet in the rain, what happens? You fall sick, right? So you don't want to go to the extremes of introducing both the treatment at the same time. Try to feel. Now, if you're unable to feel which side is heavier, for example, and you find that your palms are actually showing the same state, then I would request you to just do a foot soaking. Foot soaking is so neutral and it's so amazing that it literally allows you to detox into the salt water, and you can just meditate by doing balancing. You can just do balancing like what you've learned just a few days ago. That's the simplest. Now, if after that you do finally feel the heaviness on your left or the right. If you do have time and you're not tired, you can actually work either on your left or the right and then meditate for a few minutes. Very important after each treatment. Hope that answers your question.
Okay, we have Miss Sapna who asked, if I have a migraine headache, it's on the left side of my forehead. So which therapy should I use? She feels the pain on the left side of the head.
So just before that, Sapna, we'll come back to you, but I think we missed a few questions right at the top. Oh, so it was also a question from Sapna. She says that she feels calmness when she's in the meditation, but the moment she opens her eyes, she loses the calmness. That's actually quite normal, Sapna. When we open our eyes and then we see, our attention goes to the stuff that's around us. And that's why the attention is important. Practice, slowly practice to bring your attention within. So no matter where you are, you're always in balance, even if your eyes are open or closed. But, you know, initially at the moment right now, that's what you feel, that's fine. Just be patient with yourself, right? And to answer your other question, Safna, about your headache, you're saying that the left side of your forehead. So this is the left side of your forehead here, right? Which means that this is the right channel and it crosses over here. So it is your right Agai Chakra. Your Agai Chakra is the chakra, the sixth chakra, and what's hurting seems to be on this side. So the right Agai Chakra has got to do with overthinking, over-planning, living in the future, not quite in the moment. So you might want to maybe, just introspect, understand a little bit better what it is that's keeping your thoughts so much more to the right that it's giving you a migraine. And slowly get to that. As you meditate, what you can do is you can take your left hand, put it here, and you can say, I forgive. Just say, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone from your heart.
Right, thank you. Next question from Sabine. If I feel prickly on my left hand, could I also do the balancing, what we've done instead of candling? All right, so that's question one. Candling for her is too nerve-wracking as it got too big and I don't want to get a fire in the apartment or the fire alarm to get triggered. So she's just afraid of having a controlled small flame. So she's asking if she could try a different method.
Yeah, I mean, if it is basically on the left side, you can actually do the left side balancing. If you remember, the right hand placed on the lap and the right hand on the ground. Left hand on the lap and right hand on the ground. So this is where you are grounding the left channel. Now, once you do that, you can keep your eyes closed, and during meditation itself, bringing your attention to the left and asking the mother energy to help cleanse and lighten the left channel. So this works to clear the left channel as well, definitely. Now, I won't be too afraid about the candle. To be very honest with you, I know I've shown you something really big here, but apologies if that frightened you. This is basically a recycled tin can, but you can actually use a small candle holder, which, it's like a glass, and you can actually put a small little candle there. If you're afraid of using the normal candles that you see, the white candles, right? You can actually use a smaller one. And you don't have to carry it everywhere. Place it right in front of you on the left side. Keep your hands slightly closer towards the flame, but not burning yourself, of course. And place your right hand on the ground. And that itself does the grounding, and that itself does clearing with the flame. Yeah, you don't have to move the flame everywhere. If you find it very difficult, and if you're finding it very nerve-wracking to actually move it and burn yourself or anything, just leave it on the ground. That's fine. Absolutely.
And the candles that we would use would be the short candles,
Yeah.
not the long ones, because those would be really tricky. So use the short ones, the ones that are like 5 inches or 4 inches tall. And it's advised not to use the tea lights, those nice little tea candles, because the flame isn't strong enough. It's a small, tiny flame. You need a nice, proper flame from a candle to help with the clearing.
Yeah, good one. Thank you, Anu.
And can we use aromatic candles?
So long as it's of a comfortable size and it's not, it's got a good flame, a good sized flame.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right then, looks like the questions have ceased. Anyone wants to add anything to what we have learned today? Or what we have shared? Okay, so then if there's nothing, we will bid adios to all of you. Before we leave, please remember to wake up and meditate 5 minutes in the morning, and also continue your meditation before sleep, 10 minutes before bed. If you are asking, how do I include this 5 minutes that is for meditation in my daily life? I suggest to healthily sleep before 11. So try to sleep before 11 every night, and then 6 hours down the road, you will be up naturally because the body clock works, and you can get up and get some nice me time before the whole world wakes up and you have to be serving them or preparing this and that and looking after your whole family. At least you get some time for yourself before you head out to do whatever it is that you need to do. All right. Likewise, in the evening, when you come home and take a shower, if you feel that you can't find a proper time to foot soak, so my suggestion will be right after you bathe, you foot soak. So that will be like cleansing your outer body, and then you cleanse your inner body. Then you don't worry about missing the foot soak or even missing your favorite TV shows, because you can watch it right after. All good. All right. So thank you so much, Anu Didi, Sita Ji, Suji, and we'll be seeing all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much, technical team, all those working on the background tirelessly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all the participants who have joined us every day, thank you. We look forward to be seeing you again and meditating together with all of you. So let's continue our journey tomorrow, and we bid everyone good night.
Before we leave, shall we raise our Kundalini and Bandhan ourselves?
Definitely. Let's do it.
Let's raise the first time. Let's do it together. And then we put a single knot. The second time, let's do it together again, slowly. And we do 2 knots. And the last one, we do 3 knots together. Now bring your palm down. Your right hand moves over you like a rainbow and give yourself a nice protection. Have a great day and great meditation, everyone. Until we meet tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
you.